everybody. Hello and welcome to EduTALK. We're live and we are happy that you're here with us. I am Dr. Duendes. I'm the host of EduTALK. Happens every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and you can watch on our YouTube channel all the time. You don't have to wait until Tuesday to watch the previous episodes. So welcome to EduTALK. EduTALK is a virtual talk show created out of the need for a global learning community, and we focus on topics that directly impact us across the globe, everybody. Here with me this evening to share the platform is Ms Francesca Battista, and she is, I think I pronounce your last name incorrectly, is
Don't worry.
Battista.
Right, it's Battista, right.
Battista, yeah. So from Francesca Battista, and she's joining us from Italy. So welcome to EduTalk, Francesca. It's so
Thank
good
you
to
so
have you
much.
here.
Mhm.
Yes. So you are an English language specialist, and you're doing this for business communication through English, business English, and communication in general. So it takes into consideration everybody. Can you tell our viewers a little bit about you before the English specialist part?
Right. So
Yes.
first of all, thank you for hosting me here. It's such a pleasure for me to talk to you. And yes, I'm from Italy. I'm an English language specialist, as you said. But actually, I have quite a various background, as you may know.
Mhm.
I studied piano for 10 years at the Conservatorio, which actually is an academic institution we have here in Italy. It's much like a university, so it offers musicians for specialization. Once you,
Wait. Francesca, we
yeah.
just lost your audio twice
Oh,
a
sorry.
little bit, but
Can
yeah.
you?
So go over the your background with the piano development. You said
Right.
you studied it for 10 years. Yes, start
Yes.
with that one.
I hope you can hear me well
Yes,
now.
yes.
Okay, okay. So yes, I was saying I studied at the Conservatorio, which is this kind of academic institution in Italy
Hmm.
that offers a professional level training for musicians or composers or teachers. You can decide your specialization. And well, when I was a student, so back then I wasn't sure what I wanted to become when I grew up.
Hmm.
I know this is something very common between
Yes,
people.
yes.
Um, and actually, my training prepared me to become a professional musician.
Okay.
But the thing is, I felt it wasn't really what I wanted to do. I had a marvelous time there.
Mm.
I remember playing also hard repertoire, both solo and as part of chamber music ensembles. We also won competitions as quintet, right? But I just realized at a certain point that I wanted to keep music as my safe space, you know. I wanted to keep it away from the pressure and the stress of a professional career.
Mhm.
So um, this happened because I finished the conservatorio in 2021. So
Mm.
it was right in the middle of
Of the
COVID, right
pandemic,
in
yes.
right. And that was when, so 5 years ago, let's say, yes, almost 5 years ago, that was when I was offered my first job as an English teacher online.
Okay.
And I have to say that that changed completely my
Yeah.
life. It changed everything for good.
Yeah.
I can say.
Yeah, we're gonna get into the change a little bit. I want you to talk about where you said you studied music up to
Right.
and then graduated in 2021.
Yeah.
What was it like? studying music during the time when, because I know you would have gone up to 2020 and then the
Yeah.
pandemic struck and then you went online and you have to do your practice and I'm thinking assessments and so on online. Tell us a little bit about that transition from being in person to being online and realizing that you have to finish this awesome degree online.
You completely got to the point, the weak point and the pain point, because actually it was very hard. It was very, very, very difficult. You can understand, you can imagine that playing in person is one thing
Mm.
and playing behind a camera through a computer is another.
Mm.
As it happened before, you told me we lost your voice for a second.
Yeah.
Can you imagine it while playing such, complex
Yeah.
composition, a complex piece of music? It's not that easy. It's not that easy. I know that during the pandemic, some areas of the cultural industry actually, we could say, I mean, it's a bit risky to affirm this, but some areas actually benefited from the pandemic because, many people were, I mean, all of us were forced to stay at home. So maybe we had the chance to read more, to watch films, to watch TV series, to listen to music more. But of course, playing music is a different thing.
Yeah.
So you kind of need a live audience. You kind of need people listening to you live. And also, I was still a student at the time, So yeah, it was very difficult. I remember studying for very, very, very long afternoons at home, and then maybe having lessons online. But I felt I can't say I felt abandoned by my teacher because it's not like that. I mean, he was there, he was supporting me, but the whole period forced us to
Yeah. Yeah.
just do
Oh,
it in a completely different way. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So
Luckily,
yeah.
my graduation day, so my graduation performance, luckily was live.
Oh,
So
good, good.
yeah,
Because you finished sometime in when, like in June of 2021,
October. It was
October,
October,
and then you
right?
wait for the graduation in 2022. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yes, yes. Okay, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Yes.
also, actually, in Italy, we had some on and off moments. So it really depended on how the pandemic was going, but some periods were better than others. So in some periods, we had the chance to go out or to go to university. There were main reasons for which you could go outside,
Oh,
actually.
okay, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So now you studied music. What's the why? Probably I should ask you why the transition from music to English. But before we get to the transition, I want to keep that in the back of your mind.
Yeah,
How did you get exposed to English? Because you grew up in Italy, you live and work and studied in Italy, and then
correct.
you studied music, and after that, you just happened to get this job in 2021 when you
Hmm.
graduated from university doing music.
I know, it's
How
kind of
did
weird.
you, yeah, to teach English, of all, to teach English. How did you get exposed to English to know that you're super competent and you're confident like helping others to understand the language?
Well, good question. I was lucky enough to start loving English when I was a toddler because I remember an English teacher in my kindergarten. So from that moment on, I don't know. I think I just grew up with it. It was it was my passion all along. I used to go with my dad very often during his business trips. Sometimes I had this great role model of my sister. She was actually studying languages in high school. And so, yes, I think that all these different stimuli somehow gave me the the how can I say,
The
the
confidence,
force, confidence, the desire, yes,
desire,
to
yeah.
treat English as something that belongs to me.
Yeah,
I like English music, English literature. And also one thing I really believe in is that English is the international language. That's
yeah.
actually why I'm talking to you right now, you
Yeah,
know?
exactly. Because I don't, I might, buongiorno is the Italian for good morning or
Right.
good. Yeah, I know probably only that. So I would not be able to communicate much with you, but you'll be able to teach me a little bit more.
With pleasure.
Yeah. All right. So the transition, what was it like to start teaching online? Was it
So
okay
weird.
because you're familiar with it now? You know, like in 2021, you say, "Oh, I could take up this job because I'm familiar with the process." What was it like transitioning to teaching online?
It was peculiar. I mean, I was offered this job and it changed everything because first I wasn't expecting that at all.
Oh, wow.
Secondly, I was very inexperienced. I mean, as I told you, I've always loved English language and culture, but I've never thought maybe I can become an English teacher.
Yeah.
I mean, it was between my maybe my ifs,
Mm.
but I wasn't absolutely um, after it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I decided to accept it, and it was an online job.
Okay.
And from that moment on, I realized I loved it completely.
Okay. Yeah.
I loved the human connection. I loved being an active part and watch the progress of these people, of these students.
Because
And
you're not teaching elementary school or high school. You're teaching.
right.
Yeah, tell us about this, the type of students. You don't have to call any names. Just yeah.
Right. So over the last 5 years, I've been teaching quite a different range of students, from children, but always in private settings, so private lessons, especially in Switzerland, because I live now by the Swiss border in Italy, but very close to Switzerland, and they have a different education system. So they don't, I mean, when they're at school, they don't learn English. In primary school, they have to wait.
Oh,
And many families, for this reason, many families look for private English teachers. So
that's
this
interesting.
is, yeah, this is one thing.
Okay.
So yes, I've been working with children,
Hmm.
and I've been working with adults, with professionals. That's actually what you mentioned before, the business English part.
Right.
And yes,
Right.
so this is about my students.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So now you actually go off on your own and
Hmm.
you're doing your own thing around teaching others to understand the
Yeah.
English language as a business language because
Hmm.
it's spoken throughout the world to do business, and you found your niche, so to speak. This is your thing.
Yeah.
What compelled you to actually doing your own initiative?
Hmm. Um, I think the main reason was I wanted a way to go on with my project. I wanted to find my independent path, and I wanted to follow, my path. That's what I believe in, because at a certain point, I understood that yes, over the years, of course, I went on with professional development. I got my CELTA certificate to teach English as a professional teacher, and I went on studying, and I love studying, honestly. And at a certain point, I wanted a way I wanted to create and to give life to my project that somehow gets the artistic and cultural community together with English language.
Yeah.
So, as you said, I'm Italian, and so English is my second language. And I come from the artistic community myself.
Yeah, yeah. And that's one of the other questions I would ask you to
Mhm.
is to see how the blend, and I think it's a lovely blend between language and the arts. And we were talking earlier about the arts.
Yeah,
It's a universal, arts is a universal language. Anybody who can look at a piece of painting or listen to a musical piece, they don't hear so much as the language of the people in there, but they hear this communication to me. This is personal to me. When I
right.
listen to this genre, it's personal to me. And I shared with you that even with Bob Marley, there are people
Mm-hmm.
across the globe who might not speak English in its entirety. They are singing Bob Marley song in English, and it's the same thing with Italian. They might experience a painter from the Renaissance period in Italy,
Right.
or some really nice composition of songs,
Hmm.
and we personalize them. We treat them as our own, and we don't
Without a
speak,
doubt.
yeah, so much of the language. So, what's your take on the blending of the arts and the and language in general?
Hmm. I think there are so many incredible artists and exceptional painters, and the creative and cultural community is so vast. And I
Yeah,
think there are so incredible talents that actually don't have English as as a as a first language. They might have it as a second language, or maybe they might be missing it at all. So at this point, I think, as you said, and it's so important,
yeah,
the arts have this universal language, and it's powerful, it's enriching, it's empowering. But at the same time, to gain global recognition, you need to master a language. And today, in the era of globalization, English is the language. So you need to speak it confidently. You need to understand the other
yeah,
and make other people understand you. So
yeah,
at that point, you really, I that's what I believe in. Artists, creatives need to have this skill to upgrade their professional career, their projects, to get in touch with other professionals across the globe. It's so important.
yeah,
And that's why I'm actually thinking about this project, and this project is taking shape in my mind,
yeah,
because
yeah,
I want to help them, landing their dream job, or upgrading their career, or
yeah,
just getting recognized.
yeah, yeah. And you started on that. It's a very good project that you have
Mhm.
started to even be self-reliant and moving from your own abilities to help
Mhm.
others, to maximize their own talent as such.
Right,
Because if you don't know how to communicate your own talent, it's not gonna get that far. It's not gonna get that
exactly.
far. Yeah.
And that would be a pity,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. So you start this thing. How can people reach out to you? Let's say somebody wants to, um like in the arts or wherever, they want to meet you to use you as an English tutor or some form a specialist to help other people, how can they get in touch with you?
Well, for sure, there's my LinkedIn account, my professional profile. For now, I'm still using that one as my main way to connect with people, to reach out to possible students. Why not?
Yeah, yeah,
And yes, that's the first thing. And of course, I'm completely available to talk
yeah.
and to. It's important to me to understand their needs, to
Yes,
be
yes.
really prepared to help them as they want to.
Yeah. What
So
if other people are not on LinkedIn? Do you have like an email? You don't have to
yeah,
give your phone number. Just
definitely.
yeah, email. Yes.
Yes,
What's the email address?
it's fb
Mhm.
dot Francesca Battista at gmail.com.
Oh, so it's your initials and then your full
Right,
name at
right.
Gmail.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yes,
so FB dot Francesca Battista at gmail.com. That is very
right.
simple to remember. And
Yeah.
all they have to do, if they can look below you there with your name, they can even Google you. But I'm thinking about the people who do not have a LinkedIn account. They might not be able
Right.
to message you.
Right.
Yeah.
From September, actually, I also have my Instagram account, but for now it's just, let's say, my private one.
Yeah.
I decided to create my professional one so that
Yeah.
maybe for some people, it's easier to connect
No,
on
it's true.
Instagram.
It's very
But
true.
yeah,
It's very true.
I didn't have a name yet.
You're very old school.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people think that, that no, we shouldn't be on social media is bad.
Oh
But I think
no.
it's the way that we use it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. I've connected with so many people on social media and do well with the organization
Yeah.
because of social media, but it's the way that people use it. It's not the medium that is bad, it's the usage.
I agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's why I want to create it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
You mentioned earlier that you want to help people, to maximize their own talents,
Yeah.
to get into they're doing music or doing international travel to expose themselves more. This will give them an opportunity to
Hmm.
interact even more and reach a wider audience.
Right.
What does that look like in your portfolio, though? You mentioned it for the people, but what about you and your project? How far do you want this to go? Because you're in Italy right now. Tell us
Yeah.
what do you hope or your objective for the project? Do you have a name for it, or you want? Because I'm sure you don't want to have Francesca Battista on there. Are you thinking about the next 5 years? If not, it's fine. I just want to pick your brain very
Um,
candidly.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I decided that I need a name because I mean it's safer that way. And also as many people do nowadays, it also would help me to have, let's say, my own brand. Can we call
Yes,
it like that?
yes, yes.
So it's also helpful in this way. But I'm thinking through it.
Yeah.
It's not something, it's still a project that's taking shape. I've been thinking about it for the last, let's say, 3, 4 months. So it's not very detailed yet, but I know that, good things take time
Of course.
and take time, patience, and love.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, for now, about the name of my project, of what I'm creating, I'm thinking through it, but I'm already thinking about the steps. So, for sure, I think that the first feasible step is trying to reach as many creatives as possible in the Italian speaking areas. So it could be Italy, it could be southern Switzerland, which is an area I've grown
Yeah.
quite fond of.
Yes, yes, yes.
And then actually in the future, I mean I'm a teacher of English as a second language.
Yes.
So it's not just about Italians. Of course, I'm Italian and it's easier with Italians, but it doesn't mean it's my only audience. I would like to expand this project. I would like to, for me, this sense of community is very important. And I don't think that Italians are the only one. They are part of the creative and cultural community. So for me, the more the merrier.
Yeah, yeah. As they
Yeah,
say, you're in Italy and Rome. They say Rome wasn't built in a day.
right,
Yes, so that
right.
it goes without saying. Hey, Francesca,
Absolutely.
really, really glad I had this conversation with you, and to get to talk more extensively about your project and English as a second language, helping people, especially in the arts world, but anybody at all who needs to get
Yeah.
somebody to expose them to business language of English and English in general. If you are one of those persons out there who want to take up this skill, it's always good. Anybody can learn a second language, anybody at all. So thank you so much for being on, and wish you all success. And this won't be the only time we'll interact on a platform like this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time, for your kindness. And really, it was an invaluable moment for me. Thank
Yes, yes,
you.
no problem. If you want to reach out to us, everyone, please reach out to us at edusolutionsintl@gmail.com. That's edusolutionsintl@gmail.com. Or if you want to visit our website at edusolutionsintl.org. That's edusolutionsintl.org. We'll see you next week. I hope you enjoy the program and that you will reach out, and we will connect you with Francesca. Thank you so much, everyone, for viewing. We'll see you next week. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you.